That moment when the weight on our shoulders feels too heavy and the road ahead appears endless. But in those moments of struggle, I want you to remember this: when you feel like giving up, you're often closer than you think to a breakthrough. Think about it. Every great achievement, every remarkable success story, has a moment of hardship, doubt, and sometimes failure. Yet, those who succeed are not the ones who never face setbacks, they're the ones who choose to keep going despite those setbacks. They're the ones who understand that growth, strength, and success come from pushing through when everything inside them says to quit. Imagine a runner at the final stretch of a marathon. Their legs are burning, their lungs are screaming, and every part of their body is telling them to stop. But deep down, there's a voice that whispers, "Keep going. You've come this far. Don't let go now." That's the voice we need to listen to, especially in our toughest moments. Because often, what we're experiencing is what some call the dip, the toughest part of the journey right before the finish line. It's where the most resistance lies, but also where the greatest potential for growth and achievement is. Let me ask you something. Have you ever watched a caterpillar struggle to emerge from its cocoon? It's a painful, slow, and labor-intensive process. At times, it seems like the caterpillar won't make it. But if you try to help it, if you open the cocoon, the butterfly will emerge weak and unable to fly. Why? Because it's the struggle within the cocoon that strengthens its wings, preparing it for the freedom and beauty of flight. That's what happens to us too. Life's struggles, those moments that feel unbearable, are the very things that build our resilience, our strength, and our character. So when you feel like giving up, I want you to remember the caterpillar. Remind yourself that this struggle is part of your growth. It's preparing you to soar higher than you ever imagined. Each challenge you overcome, each obstacle you conquer, is one step closer to a stronger, wiser, and more capable version of yourself. You might say, "But what if I fail? What if I don't make it?" Let me tell you something important. Failure is not the opposite of success. It's part of it. The fear of failure is what holds most people back, but failure itself is one of life's greatest teachers. Look around at the most successful people in any field. They have all failed, not once, not twice, but many times. But they kept going. They didn't let failure define them. Instead, they used it to learn, grow, and adapt. Think about Thomas Edison, who failed over 1,000 times before inventing the light bulb. When asked about his failures, he didn't see them as mistakes. He famously said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." Imagine if he had given up after his first, second, or 100th attempt. The world would be a much darker place, literally and metaphorically. When we feel like giving up, it's often because we're focused too much on the end goal and not enough on the journey. But the truth is, life isn't just about the destination. It's about who you become along the way. Every step you take, every hurdle you overcome, is shaping you, building you into the person you're meant to be. The journey itself is what makes the destination meaningful. So, if you're feeling overwhelmed right now, if you're feeling like the weight of the world is on your shoulders, I want you to take a step back. Take a deep breath, and break down your journey into small, manageable steps. Focus on taking one step at a time. Often, it's not the mountain that wears us down but the pebble in our shoe. By focusing on one small action, one small victory, you can start to build momentum. And remember, you don't have to do it alone. We all need support, encouragement, and inspiration along the way. Surround yourself with people who lift you up, people who believe in you, especially when you find it hard to believe in yourself. Let them remind you of your potential, of your purpose, and of the dreams that brought you here in the first place. Another thing to remember is that there's a difference between quitting and resting. Sometimes, the best thing you can do is step back, rest, and recharge. The world's strongest athletes understand this. They know that rest is just as important as the hard work they put in. So if you're feeling burned out, it doesn't mean you need to give up. It just means you need a moment to regroup, to gather your strength, and to come back even stronger. I want you to visualize a mighty oak tree. This tree started as a small acorn, buried in the soil, in the dark, with no sign of light. Day by day, it fought its way through the dirt, stretching towards the surface. It didn't become a mighty tree overnight. It took years of weathering storms, facing droughts, and surviving harsh conditions. But it stood strong. Today, that oak tree provides shelter, shade, and strength. And that's how life works. We start as seeds, facing darkness, feeling buried by life's challenges. But with resilience, with patience, and with persistence, we grow, we thrive, and we become unshakable. In those moments when giving up feels easier than going on, when you can't see a way forward, remind yourself why you started in the first place. What was the dream that fueled your journey? What was the vision that inspired you to take the first step? Hold on to that vision, let it reignite the fire within you, and let it remind you of the purpose behind your efforts. Life is full of ups and downs, and the path to success is rarely a straight line. But that's what makes the journey worthwhile. It's the challenges, the setbacks, and the moments of doubt that make the triumphs so rewarding. It's in these moments that we discover what we're truly made of. You are stronger, more resilient, and more capable than you realize. Your potential is limitless, and the only way to reach it is to keep going, even when the road is tough. So, my friends, when you feel like giving up, I urge you to dig deep. Embrace the struggle as part of your growth. Remember the caterpillar, the runner, and the oak tree. Remember that failure is a stepping stone, not a wall. Surround yourself with positivity, and know that you're not alone in this journey. Take it one step at a time, rest if you must, but never, ever give up on your dreams. The world needs your talents, your unique gifts, and your courage. Someone out there is waiting to be inspired by your story, by your resilience, and by your refusal to give up. Keep pushing forward, because you're closer than you think. And when you reach your goal, when you stand on that mountaintop, you look back at the struggles, the doubts, and the moments of weakness, and you'll be grateful that you didn't give up. Stay strong, keep going, and believe in yourself. The best is yet to come.